So welcome everyone. It's the 30th of May, the anniversary of Jeanne's passing. We're here at Jeithof, is it called?
That's correct.
I said that correct. At Reichenau and Direct, and this is Barbara, and this is her centre here where we'll be doing the table from. I'll give you a little tour of the place after the table tipping sessions, and if you would like to know what's going on down here, then send me a message and I'll give it to Barbara and you can go on her email. There's some very exciting stuff going on down here. So this is the first report that we're doing after a little break, a little sabbatical, and it's appropriate that we do it on the 30th of May.
Exactly.
So we've got some questions and we'll just begin, yes? Okay, so fire away, Barbara.
Okay. So first question, are we in a global ascension process?
Okay, so are we in the global ascension process? A very strong, straightforward yes. For those of you this is the first time, one tap is yes, two taps is no, and there's other little things as we go along, which I'll talk to you about if they come up. So, next question.
Next question, is the Earth currently cleansing itself of all negative energies and attachments?
A very strong yes there. Yes. Yeah, so I mean I think the thing with this is the more that we continue to believe, the more that we continue to be positive, it has a cleansing effect, and so the quicker this all happens.
Exactly. Next question, will our pets survive the process at all?
Probably more so than us. Yes, because you know if you take a dog for example, it's a heart of gold,
yeah.
And they're pure love.
Yeah.
And I can't see any dog not ascending with us, to be honest. Okay.
So, next question. Should we do more for our brothers of my house to support our ascension?
Yes. So there's plenty of things we can do, and that is obviously the quality of food that we eat. I mentioned this a long time ago. We need to start growing our own food. Or Barbara is very fortunate because she gets her food off of the farmers from around here. But yes, it's very critical that we start to produce food ourselves. We can do it individually or collectively, but the food we eat now, since the powers to be seem to be targeting food more and more, it's essential that we look after the food that we eat, what goes in us.
Next question. Should we save financial resources?
Yes, save, but don't hoard.
Okay. Should we look for new friends?
Okay, so this action here means that the question is not complete, or the question should be put in a different way. So it's not a question of should we look for new friends, but it's more like new friends are going to find us.
Okay.
Because of the frequency, and old friends that are not in that frequency, that are in your current frequency, will drift away. They suddenly won't just disappear, but they're stepped back, and eventually find their own tribe, their own frequency. This has been going on since the sea period. I don't want to give it power by giving it a name. So yes, this has been going on where people have been rising and meeting new people of their vibration, and it has been difficult for people because you know, sometimes you've known someone all your life and suddenly they're not the person that they used to be.
Yeah.
Which she knows only too well.
Next question. 64 Hertz is a good frequency to remove trauma. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can we use 528 Hertz also? Is it is a question only of volume and time using the frequency.
Yes.
Okay.
So 5 to 8 hertz is really a general healing frequency, and depending on what the bodily imbalances might require more volume or longer periods. So 5 to 8 can heal everything, but there are certain frequencies that are more specific for certain imbalances, like 64 hertz is good for trauma.
Okay. Good to know. Next question. Is it correct that now, more than ever before, the connection with human consciousness and universal consciousness is the closest it has been?
Absolutely, absolutely, and this is becoming more evident with many people that are channeling now. They're giving this information out, and the clue, I think, with it all is that you're getting the same information but with different slants. And I think this is important, otherwise it will look like everyone's just repeating what everyone else is saying. But yes, Jeanne actually said back in that period of 2023, 2020, the C period, that the collective was at about 70% then, and that was sufficient. Now channelers are saying 2/3, which is about 70%.
Yeah.
So we're on the right track.
Super. Next question. So does this explain why those who are positive and confident, those take the action, are the ones that can manifest more easily?
Okay, yeah. So we're now in a frequency, more in the love frequency. And the love frequency is a positive frequency. If you remain positive, you're able to manifest. So it's not a question of saying, oh, I feel, or I think positive. You've got to feel positive. The whole essence of you has to feel positive, and you will manifest much bigger. And if you're already manifesting, you'll be able to manifest much bigger things now.
Okay. Wow. Next question. So in some shape or form, we must take action and have courage.
Yes. Yes. Because with freedom, if you want to put it that way, becomes responsibility, self-responsibility.
Yeah.
And so you just start doing what you can, small steps, baby steps, but do something that takes courage, takes you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And by doing so, you'll encourage someone else to do so, even if it's just saying your truth.
Yeah, exactly. The next question. And therefore, now more than ever, the outer world changes when we change our inner world.
Absolutely. This is so prevalent now. Yeah. And I've seen it time and time again now, where people are changing their inner world. They're changing their perception of how they see themselves, and therefore they start attracting that new perception. It's that simple. And in my talks with Madam, meditation is good. All these practices are good. And they can help you and do the job and do other jobs as well. But our evolution is such now that it just takes intention. Change the inner world of how you see things. If people piss you off, don't let them piss you off. Just be happy and find joy. And soon you will be surrounded by people who have got more joy and in that same vibration of you. And people that upset you, people that argue with you, people on that lower vibration will drop away. Change the inner world and the outer world changes. And then the collective in your social circle changes. And then that collective changes. And before you know it, we've got this massive global collective changing into a positive outlook, which is coming now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and last question.
Yeah.
Very big question. Is Satan multidimensional?
And the answer, of course, is yes. And so I will be channeling a full response to this over the weekend. Of course, remember, we're multi-dimensional beings as well. Every night you go into the astral. So, yes, I call him he, is multi-dimensional. Just look at the mess we've got ourselves into in society to find out this is one of the reasons why he is multi-dimensional, because he's been able to, with his entourage, be able to manipulate society which was in a lower vibration. But that period is now ended, as we can see. So he is multi-dimensional. It's very complex, and I'll get into that in the channeled message that I'll do over this weekend. Because she's already, as we spoke about earlier, been in my ear, popping information in. So, yeah. So that's all the questions we got. Barbara, do you have a question?
I have questions about the quantum jump.
Okay.
Is it correct, Jeanne, that between last Saturday and last Sunday there was a big quantum jump which changed the collective into a higher vibration? Okay, and is it correct that there enter more and more people than ever expected the higher dimension?
Yeah.
Wow. So I have chicken skin now.
Yeah. I wish you could be here and have your hands on the table to feel the energy that's coming through. But for sure. Yeah.
And is it also more easy now for even not conscious people, which are also on a higher frequency in love, that they change to a higher dimension more easily?
That was a gentle yes, but yes, they
have the intention.
They got the intention, and then let's say that the grip, the stranglehold that was on them has loosened, so they're enabled to figure it out a little bit easier. So they will be able to step forward. Yeah.
Okay. And on this higher dimension now, is it very important to go in action now?
Absolutely. And you're in the right company. Jeanne is all about action.
Yes.
She doesn't, like a lot of us have been doing. Jeanne said we'd been asleep at the wheel. This is why we got ourselves into this position. If we take action, no matter what the action is, but if we take action from something that we feel in our heart, then everything changes very quickly in this world, because you're changing the inner world, because you're now being authentic. So yes, is the answer to that question.
Okay, and I have another question. Do there come many cosmic positive energies from the central sun right now?
Yes.
And for this cosmic information, it's now more easy to enter the bodies?
Yes.
Perfect.
And I want to say that it's harder for the lower frequencies to enter the bodies now as well. So don't think if the higher ones can enter, then the lower. No, it's much harder for them now to achieve anything on the earth plane.
Okay. And I have another question. Is the sun that we actually see on the sky, is it a simulation, or is he the real central sun?
So there's two questions there.
Okay.
Is it the real central sun? Yes. But there are two suns, that's correct. Yeah. So is one of those two suns a simulation? Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so there are two suns. And I think people have seen them and thought, must be the moon, clear day. But no, there are two suns.
Okay. But because we are on a higher dimension now, we can achieve this cosmic energies from the central suns through the simulation.
And actually, you could have done this. Thank you. You could have done this beforehand with sun gazing.
Okay.
So, which is something I do now this time of year, but looking outside, it's not going to happen today. But yes, sun gazing, you can pick up all the power. But now it's easier.
It's easier. Okay.
Everything is easier now, if you want it. And that's the key. If you want it to be, it can be easier for you.
Yeah, super. We are in a healing process right now, and thus our genes are reinstalled back to the 12 DNA strengths through the cosmic energies.
That's a yes. I think many people are getting extra DNA strands. So I think the answer to this question is it's no longer a one-size-fits-all DNA. Thank you. I think this is because we are now beginning to recognise our descendants, where we come from, and they all have different DNA strands.
Okay.
So I think it's a multifaceted answer there.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know Jeanne said once was that we are, this is what the ringing in the ears, this high-pitched ringing in the ears, is DNA downloads.
Okay.
So I think the whole system of one-size-fits-all, medicine, schooling, all this is just collapsing. This is 3D.
Yeah.
And it's over.
Yeah, exactly. And in my body system, do I have activated already 5 DNA strands? Is it correct?
That was a strong yes.
Okay, thank you. And you know, the big solar flare, is it going to happen in the near future? Yes.
Yeah.
And the pole jump is an ongoing process right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just keep in happiness, and we are ready on the
That's it. And as Jeanne finished the channeled message the other day, as we spoke about, the message is simple: you're safe in love.
Yeah.
And actually, that's the key to it. If you keep yourself in love, this is another way how it all ends tomorrow, and there's abundance for everyone, joy for everyone, love for everyone. No more struggling to pay rent and meet debts. If you keep yourself 100% in love, that vibration is so high, there'll be abundance for everyone. It's that simple.
So simple.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Very
Super.
nice.
So thank you everyone for watching us here today as we march along on our spiritual reports. We'll improve it as we go along. And please let me know. Barbara, could you give them the information about the Eidhof?
Yeah. I live here at the Eidhof. It's a very traditional place. It's an old farmhouse, which I reinstalled. It's also a seminar room for talkers that can make seminars here, as well as Mike is joining me again. And I'm very open-minded. I like to welcome a big crowd of interested people. And it's also the possibilities here to make some music, to make fire with wood, and just to make jam sessions, sit together and philosophy together. And yeah, I hope you join me and join us, and have a nice day.
Thank you. And we'll be back soon with another spiritual report. Please send your questions in to the Telegram group or to Barbara's group. You see the type of questions we like. We've done away with the conspiracy stuff. I'm happy to answer them, but in a private way, not in the public forum. But I think everyone can benefit more from the creative things that we're doing and showing people how we can change this world by just being our authentic selves. You know, conspiracies, they're coming to an end anyway, is the truth. So we don't want to feed that information into the field.
Exactly.
I think anyone watching who's in this group knows what's going on anyway, so let's just keep the vibe high. So this is Mike signing off, and this is Barbara signing off, and dear Jeanne signing off. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.